Hello guys, it's Jira Bro back with another video, and we are going to be talking today about two project types. As in Jira, they might be a lot of different project templates. You have for software development, for the work management, for the service management, you have for the finance, and then it is distinguished, and then you have within mostly used are the Scrum and Kanban, but there is also the bug tracking, the top level planning, and the cross team level planning. For project types, there are only two, and these are the company managed and team managed projects. Now, for company managed projects, the most important thing for you to know is number one, first of all, when it comes to company managed projects, these can only be created by the Jira admins. Team managed projects can be created by anyone by default. What do I mean by default? When you actually set up your Jira site, the global permission for create team managed projects is set for the public project role. Now, this can be actually changed for Jira users, the default Jira users group that is within your Atlassian instance. And what is important in here, when it's set to public, that means anyone on the internet can actually create their own team managed projects within your instance. Not very secure. So it is recommended to actually use the Jira users group unless you wanna change that or to completely disable it. So those are for the team managed projects. Company managed projects, they support multiple boards, and these multiple boards mean that either Scrum or Kanban or the boards that can be that have been created from the other projects. And what actually this means either to be having a let's say same filter from one project to the other project. So let's say you have project A and project B, and you want to in project A to include one of the boards from the project B. So this actually would mean that your project A would use some of the filter would actually use the filter from the project B. Alright, when it comes to company managed projects, they're using the project schemes. And what actually this means? This actually means that company managed projects, they have their own workflow schemes, they have their own issue type schemes, they have their issue type screen schemes, they have the field configurations schemes. They also have the screen schemes as well. While the team managed projects don't really have any of these, because they're basically projects that are being created as a self-contained space. Alright, when it comes to project permissions themselves, within a company managed project, so you actually add people using your project roles, when it comes to the permissions themselves, the company managed projects are using permission schemes, and one of the most important permission scheme is browse projects permission scheme. So this means that your users, they can have, let's say, administer projects permission, and they're actually the project admins. But if they don't have this permission to browse projects, nothing is really important, because without that, users won't be able to actually really see the board of the project, which is really important. So that goes when it comes to permission schemes. And in the team managed projects, well, as you can see here, they have the access permissions. what actually this means. These, I mean, access levels. So there are 3 access levels in team managed projects. You have open, you have limited, and you have private. When it comes to open, it means that anyone on your Jira site can actually create, edit, view issues. They can comment on the issues, they can add attachments, they can add the components, they can do all of these great things. And when it comes to the open, the members who are not explicitly added to this project, they have a project role of members. Why do I say this? Because in team managed projects, these types of projects, they're using 3 built-in roles. First one are the administrators, the second one are members, and the third one are actually the viewers. Now, the question is now, can you use the administrators, members, and viewers roles in the company managed projects? And the answer is yes, you can. So but now we are focused on the team managed projects. When it comes to the administrators, they have all of the permissions like members and viewers already have, but with the extra permission to add or to remove the watchers of the issue. And who basically are the watchers? Well, basically those are the users who want to be informed on any kind of update within the issue itself. Either the comment has been added, either the assignee has been changed, either the status has been changed. So, and someone who is watching the issue, they want to have all of this information, which is actually pretty understandable. A pretty understandable thing to have. So, what else I wanna talk about? Company managed projects, they have the option to share the configurations from the other projects. They can share all of this, everything that is related to schemes, but the 3 things are not being shared. So we have versions, we have components, and we have the people. So this means that you would have to actually add users manually into your company managed project, which is all right. So while on the team managed projects you don't have this option, because team managed projects is a one project and basically that's it. One thing I wanted to mention is the team managed project, they only have one board. Why is this good? Because when it comes to the shared configurations, when you change, let's say when you add a status or add a transition or a post function within a company managed project that is basically using the shared configuration. Now, what can happen in here, and it probably can happen if you don't actually split up all of the schemes, is that when something changes on one project, it will be applied on the other projects. In team managed project, you don't have to worry about this, because all of the changes will apply for a single project. So right now, yeah, these are all the company managed projects. What else do we have in here? There are a lot of stuff. First of all, company managed projects, they have quick filters. In team managed projects, you don't really have the quick filters. You have the custom filters, which it's not like this quick filters and you can go with the checkboxes. It's immediately with the checkboxes. So instead of these buttons, team managed projects, they have the checkboxes. Now, similar things are these buttons right here. So for the automation, for add it to favorites, and to actually share, and also to enter the full screen. So those are actually the similarities. Now, one thing that I just want to point out when it comes to Scrum and Kanban board, because there are differences, especially when the Kanban board. So I'm gonna mention that right now. In Kanban board, there is this release option where you can actually create a version and you can actually apply these versions. There is also, when you configure a board, Kanban board has subfilters, and basically within your subfilters, which are here, is basically to add an optional filter to further refine your issues. And the final one is actually completed issue. Choose how long completed issues actually stay on the board. And this is like 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. Or to say never mind, show all. So that is the main difference between the Kanban and the Scrum boards of company managed projects. Alright, we'll still add the differences between the company and team managed. When it comes to the limited access level, basically the users who haven't been explicitly added to this project, they will have the viewer's role. So anyone who actually has the access to your Jira site will be able to do what? So everything can be done except creating and editing the issue. So that cannot be done, which is pretty logical. And you also have the last one, which is the private one. And this private one works like when you only invite people to actually join your project, when the link is actually being sent to them. Only then they will be able to access the project. Otherwise, it will be only visible to you, no one else. Okay, great. So yeah, a lot of things have been said for the company and team managed projects. Company managed projects, for example, for notifications. The notification schemes are being used. In team managed projects, actually there are not really notifications. I mean, there are, but they're actually like generic events. So there are no schemes. Also, when it comes to workflows, company managed projects, they're using the workflow schemes. And where the workflow scheme, a different issue type, each issue type can have its own different workflow. While in the team managed projects, you don't really have this. And when it comes to restrictions of the issues in team managed projects, you indeed have the restrictions. And that is let's say the main difference. Oh, and when it comes to reports, in company managed projects you even have the reports for epics and versions. In team managed projects you have less options for reports. Company managed, they have more options for board customization. Team managed projects have less options for the board customization. Alright guys, so this I will actually finalize everything here about these two project types. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.